What's happening?
You dancing?
Well, you know that's what I do. I'm a dancer.
Good evening.
Since when?
Don't do me. You know I used to kill you in the competitions when we was younger. Are you gonna finally tell the truth?
Child.
Cat. Singing? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Murder brother singing.
Dancing. I used to Jay.
Cat.
Family reunions, birthday parties, block parties, killing them.
Big Cap.
In the street, killing them.
She a liar.
They would always call me, go get Nicole, go get Nicole.
Nicole Renee tells lies.
She sits on the throne of lies.
She's a liar. Yes,
So-
no, my sister. How y'all feel?
Your own.
I'm good. You
You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm getting my foot rested.
We can let you get your week out the way first because you ain't gonna say nothing like a half a sentence.
Exactly. You know what it is.
No. But we good. The same as always. Nothing new. I worked, set up my desk. That was it.
Yeah, I don't even need to say nothing.
Yeah, that was it. Because how was your
That's
week?
literally it.
My week. Let's see. Well, yesterday I kind of started a new job. Today was the first real day, huh?
You're doing double shift though, right? You still on the first one though, right?
They both virtual. The other one ends Friday though. So I'm just doing 2 for this week. And they pretty much the same time. One is 9 to 6 and the other one is supposed to be 9 to 5, but I usually work 8 to 5 or something like that.
How you doing both of them at the same time?
At the same time?
Because one of them is kind of like casework. So they don't really be, so I'm really sending emails. I've already made sure I made all the phone calls I need to call. So basically all I got to do is do packaging, make sure everything, since they don't need us anymore, I just need to make sure everything that I have in my system for the tenant is in their legal server. So because I'm just making it easy for her, because now she got to I'm just helping a housing navigator. That's why they hired us with their cases, because it was too much. So I had a lot to do. So basically I'm just making sure everything that I've done, I'm letting her know, okay, these are done. Everybody I talked to, these I couldn't contact, or these ones you need to do a follow-up call because I left messages. They ain't you know what I'm saying? Just letting them know what's going on, because now she's taking over everything.
Okay. And then the second job?
It's with ADT. Troubleshooting.
Did you go through training?
That's what this is, training.
So you're going through training while you're working at a job?
Yes.
Okay.
Training in one, and still while they talking, answering emails and Teams, responding. Oh, let me sing you this.
Okay. All right. If it works, it works, right?
Can't argue with that.
My week was I actually had the.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick before that? Because Ladybug keeps sneezing. Do y'all know anything if a dog keeps sneezing, what that means? If it's something bad? Really?
I mean, what?
Damn.
Ain't no damn cancer, really?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that, the cancer part. I mean, but dogs get cold. They get the same kind of illnesses. If she got a cold, it could be she picked up something. Maybe she developed allergies. I know somebody who dog had allergies.
Okay.
Yeah. Take it to
cancer. Damn.
He got a morbid sense of humor, you know what I'm saying? I bet he typed that in with a laugh and he was being funny. He just tickled himself pink and he put cancer. Thought that shit was cute. My week was good. I didn't. This is the first week in a while I didn't do too much of nothing. Like the first 2 days of the week, I didn't do hardly any work. I worked out. I got to the end of one of the bigger projects. I got like maybe a couple of stuff, but I'm switching over to handyman mode. I used to get offended when people call me a handyman. Now you want to be. I don't care about that shit. I used to get offended when people call me
I
a
care.
handyman.
Thank you.
But I think I'm switching over to that mode, and then just working out and stuff. I actually got to work out twice this week, so made me feel pretty decent. If I can get all that going, in, that's really been my week there. I might have to still do some type of construction stuff. I was talking to Jay about that earlier. I'll make that decision later. Going in a different direction with that, just to kind of help out some people. But that was really it for my week. It was easy. I almost had a Jamarcus week. Nothing real big. Like that first day when it was cold and all that snow out there Monday, I didn't even leave the crib. I think the most I did was walk outside with the dog, to take her outside and out back in the house. I watched Spider-Man. It was all right. It was all right. It wasn't. And that was it. I ain't did nothing else this week. Let me think. Nope, nothing. And I'm about ready for football season to start. We starting up this Saturday coming up, the 29th. I started my cheerleading program.
Like last week, didn't it?
You know, we got to start training and stuff. We start early with cheerleading because, you know, cheerleading is a real big sport. So we got to start getting the girls in so we can order the stuff that they need, because that stuff go out of stock quick. You know what I'm saying? They'd be on back order real quick if we don't get into it early. So we're gonna start training with the cheerleaders. That's this Saturday, the 29th, will be the first day of that. We're gonna start that up, and then after that, if I can get an indoor spot, we're gonna start training with sports training. You know what I'm saying, but the indoor spots is rough right now. Everybody's booked up because of how it is. Like, so soccer really got everything locked up. Everything, like the Pullman Center down on 103rd, locked up with soccer. Of course, the dome out here in Dalton, it's a soccer dome that they got, but it's locked up with soccer. Everywhere you go, and then a couple places that don't really do soccer, it's like everybody fighting for position in them, and then they charge so much. So finding an indoor place, that's the next goal for us, the indoor facility. Because I used to have a hookup with like some of the high schools and stuff, but because of COVID and how it is, you can't really get into the schools to use their gym because they don't want to bring outside people into their spaces. You know what I'm saying? And I am upset with them. I don't blame them for that. So with that, that's what's going to be the rest of my week, finding a spot that we can do some indoor training at. So if anybody got a suggestion, anybody got a hookup, you know what I'm saying, when y'all get in here and y'all look back over this, shoot me a message, let me know. But other than that, that was my week. I don't think I got nothing from last week to say. If so, I throw it in there while we talking. Something come to mind, you know me. I'll put it up. I had put a topic on my page. Nicole shared on it. We put it on our personal page. You got information about it. But for the last 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, they've been going a ham in our group chat, talking about what the hell is it?
So basically, it was a little cartoon that was saying the double standards between men and women in regards to parenting. So the first slide showed a father coming in the door with a bag of fast food, and it would label him as the fun dad, but the mother coming in with fast food, it labeled her as a lazy mother. Then the next slide, it showed him, a father pushing a baby stroller but looking at his phone, and it basically said he was a present dad, but the woman pushing a stroller looking at it said that she was
inattentive, which is wrong. It should have said unattentive, shouldn't it?
Inattentive.
That ain't the same shit.
But yeah, it said inattentive. And then it showed one where the father was pushing somebody on the swing, the little baby on the swing, and said, oh, he's a good father. And the mother was run-of-the-mill mother, basically. So basically, it was just, to me, it was just saying that doing the same things, not so much that either parent is doing anything extraordinary, right? They're not saying either parent is doing extraordinary, but even for the smallest things, fathers will be praised for doing that, and the mother will be looked at as like, And I understand, and that's not to say, like, when I was going back and forth, I understand because of the stereotypes that are out there. So I understand. So I'm not, I don't see the lie. And I feel like the only reason why it's like that, because they already put the stereotype out there that fathers are not usually around, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if that stereotype is out there, when you do see a father around, even if he doing the bare minimum, just from him being there. And you know, it's like, oh, he's a great father. And you know, the issue that we were having, Shaka, came in where one of the ladies said in a comment, she said, yeah, with my first husband, he was a stay-at-home dad when they were little, because we decided, because my job had the benefits, I would work full-time and he would stay at home. So she said after she had her babies, after staying home with her babies, nursing and taking care of them for 2 months, having separation anxiety, because it is hard to go back to work after having a baby, going back to work. She still had guilt from going back to work, but whatever. The father got an award from the preschool for being a stay-at-home dad. And so, not that that's a problem, because it's good if you're I think it's good that fathers are recognized. But the issue came in when some of the women were commenting like, what? And you know, what, blah, blah, blah. You know, people gonna have take up an issue only because when we do it, when women are stay-at-home mothers, it's kind of like, either you're lazy, what else is you doing? The kids, they act like kids just go sit down when you say sit down, and they just, you know, kids ain't just sitting their ass down. It ain't easy to be a stay-at-home mom. So stay-at-home mothers get questions. What are you doing all day? They take naps. Or even when they get to this, if the child in preschool, what is the father really doing? If what he doing all day? If you know, but those are questions we would get. But I'm saying, but that's the questions mothers get when the kids are school age. What you doing all day? Nobody's getting praise for that. But when a man is a stay-at-home father, we getting awards now. So it's not to take away from the fact that he loves his kids and he's there. We just see the difference.
Sound like it's taken away.
That's because you're a father and you listening to rebut.
I'm not listening to rebut.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, because you're a mother and you just listening to rebut.
But I'm not. I just want some understanding.
See,
What I need from male is understanding.
I need that link up in the comments or the video. I need the video. That's what I'm gonna do next week. I'm gonna download the video, and so every time we go back and forth with Nicole, I'm just gonna throw the video up there while she's talking. The one with a man in the car and say you ain't supposed to argue with a woman.
You see, I'm quiet.
You said, because no matter what I say here, you know what I'm saying, you just gonna step on it and come back.
See, and that's enough. So you're a gaslighter.
I don't even know what that means. I don't like nothing. I don't smoke.
Yeah, you're a gaslighter. So anything I say, instead of addressing or trying to understand what I'm saying, you don't even address what I'm saying. You're gonna say, oh, you're just trying to say whatever, but address what's being said.
Okay, so like I said, because my only issue that I had with the whole thing, I said, well, because it started off by saying, once they put the cartoons up there, the first thing she said in the comments is that this is not a dig at dads, and then went on.
But I didn't read the comments when I posted it. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm just saying, until Maine started talking about the comments, I was just sharing that. I didn't actually read the comments till he said that. But go ahead. I thought that was all you.
That was the caption. No, that was actually the caption. That wasn't even the comment. That was the caption.
It said, this is not a dig at dads, and went on to their little thing. My whole thing, all I said was, it still kind of feel like a dig at dads. That's what it felt like to me. I understand the fact of a person saying that, okay, hold up, why you getting praised for the same thing? If I do it, you know what I'm saying, it's just, oh, you're supposed to do that, but if you do it, it's praiseworthy. I understand that, but I also understand that fathers didn't paint the narrative that we're not in our kids' life.
So why did you feel like it was a dig at dads?
Just because I went through the comments, you know what I'm saying, and when all the comments are using what the dads are doing, you know what I'm saying, to shine up there, because basically it's one of the things that's like, I'm going to basically kind of put you down and say you don't deserve this here to make myself feel better.
Well, we're not based off the comments, just based off that post. She can't control, the woman who posted it can't control what other people feel. So if she's telling you this not a dig, how could you say it still feels like a dig? So the comments did, not the post.
Right. I'm not talking about the post.
The illustrations look like a dig. When you see what it says, and it looks like a dig because of how low they paint what the woman's part of it is. You know what I mean? Because who really looks at a woman when she comes in with fast food and be like, oh, she lazy?
A lot of people say that because they say women don't cook no more.
Oh my
A lot of people say
I mean, they'll
if
probably
we
say that
buying
she coming
fast
in
food
with
all the time.
if she come all the time, but guess what? They say the same shit about pops. It's dads if they buying fast food all the time.
I don't think so. They say they the fun dad. Because I mean, I've experienced it. I mean, and I know it ain't about me, but it's just an example because I am a single mother that deals with the father who's in the kids' lives.
I don't think that this is, but see, that's another thing. Like, I feel like this would be a better conversation. And I'm really not, I really don't mean this the way it's gonna come out, but I feel like it would be a better conversation for somebody who has both in the house. You can only speak to being a single mother, so you can't speak to what a mother in the house with a husband that, you know what I'm saying, he's getting praised for some shit that she would.
But I could speak to a father buying fast food and being considered the fun dad and doing shit, but I gotta be the serious parent or the parent that gotta say no.
The problem with that comparison, the problem with that comparison in your situation is, yes, he's considered the fun dad and he can do the fast food because he probably only got him 2 days out the week. So
no, but he got a wife that cooks. So he got a wife in the house. But if he get fast food, so why they ain't cooking? Which I don't have a problem with that.
This ain't about his wife. This is about him for them 2 days. I'm saying, I'm giving you the reason why it would be acceptable for that dad to be the fun dad when he's not the dad in the house. If he got him 2 days out the week, yeah, you can go buy him fast food for Saturday and Sunday or whatever, and it don't seem like you being irresponsible. But if you're giving them fast food Monday through Friday, it's like, what the fuck? You ain't gonna never cook. These kids ain't gonna be like good.
But that didn't. But it's not showing that she's doing it Monday through Friday. It's showing if a mother don't buy fast food. Period. See, people don't know the situation. See, this is the thing. People never know the situation. So when people see a mother doing stuff, they automatically assume it's the mother. Just like if you was my baby daddy now, right? And the baby shoes had a hole in it. And I told you the baby needs shoes. And you say, well, I see what's good. I ain't got it right now, but I see what's good, right? And I say, okay, I'm gonna wait on him to see what's good. People not gonna look at that baby shoes and say that father ain't shit. They gonna say I ain't shit.
That's a lie.
Really?
Yes, that is a lie.
That's a lie.
Yes.
People gonna see me with my child and say, that daddy ain't buy them baby no shoes. That's
and when they see the father with his child with holes in his shoe, it's gonna be the same.
I didn't say nothing about seeing the father with the child. Follow the story and stop trying to change it to argue with me.
I'm not trying to.
The fact remains, the mother, even when you read comments, if a child is out in the street, the first thing, or a girl is being fat, the first thing they say, that mama needs to go to jail.
The first thing they say is she ain't got no daddy in her life. What are you talking about?
Who says she ain't had no daddy? They watching videos and say that mama needs. Nobody says where that baby daddy at. They always say
that.
They always say that.
That's the reason why this is even a double standard.
They never say that. Are y'all kidding me?
Fuck out of here!
Oh my God!
Stop
it. My God!
Stop.
Really?
The reason why they say all these little boys out here getting killed is because they ain't got no daddies in their life.
They saying because single mothers raising them. That's what they
because they don't have a daddy. Why she say?
But they're not mentioning the daddies. We're not talking about you taking context clues and saying, oh, this is what they're really saying. No, they're down in single mothers. Single mothers, you're the ones raising these boys. You're the ones doing it. They never saying nothing about the father that's missing.
Nicole, stop.
And just because you're a single mother don't mean the father ain't in the lives. I was a single mother and the father's in the lives.
Stop it.
They always blame it on the mother. And I'm like surprised at you, Jay.
That's bullshit.
I'm surprised at you.
I'm not surprised at you.
So you're saying they don't say nothing about the father. So when these little boys out here killing each other and stuff like that, the context is not, they doing it because they ain't got no fathers in their life. That's not what's being said.
I'm not saying it's never been said.
You just said that's not what's being said.
You just said that.
Well, let me correct myself. Maybe I misspoke. But I will say, I said I misspoke. I was passionate. But the most things they say, they always blame the mother. They might say, yeah, because these fathers ain't in the house, but they're still not down in the fathers. They're putting all the onus on the mother.
Come on, I think you misinterpreted that. What you just said.
No, because they actually say it, and this is based off what I see.
What you just told me, I think you misinterpreted it. Though they're blaming even when they say, like when a boy out in the street doing dirt or whatever he's doing, and they say that's because he's being raised by a single mother. They're not blaming her. They blaming the father for not being there.
That's just how you. I guess it's all perspective. It's perspective.
And that's
Because-
that's
and
saying
the
that
reason
the
why I
daddy's
say
not
that-
there to do what he's supposed to be doing. Because they'll tell you in a heartbeat that, and I'm speaking specifically about boys at this point. I'm not even talking about girls.
But I'm saying the
They'll
reason why
tell you
I say
the same
that
thing that a
because they're
woman
not
can't
saying
raise
it
a
how
man.
you're saying it now. How you're saying it now, yeah, it sounds like okay because these fathers not here. But when I be reading comments, these single mothers, y'all raising these boys this way. They talk about it. They don't say.
No. Don't get me wrong.
You know what I'm
There
saying?
is, there is that too. But you can tell when they're blaming them up because at that point they're saying you raising them too soft. You doing them, and they're
But that
pointing
be a
at
lot of the comments. That's what I'm saying. This is just me sitting back reading. And Jay is killing me, acting like I've never seen this before.
I never said
They
nothing.
always bring.
didn't
Well,
say
I
that.
think. Well, you
didn't say
probably
that.
can't be a part of
say
this
that.
conversation then, because you
didn't say
don't
that.
know.
I didn't say none of that. I didn't say.
I'm saying because you don't know, so you can't really contribute to the conversation
I didn't
since you
say I
don't
don't
know.
know. I know exactly.
Tammy
what's going on.
says she right. The mom always gets the put down. Hell, I think that meant her own grandmothers and mothers tell us we doing wrong. I think she said our own grandmothers and mothers tell us we doing wrong. Okay. That sounds like some personal shit.
Honestly, this is a conversation that really ain't gonna go nowhere. Women gonna feel how they feel. And you can't tell her that she wrong for feeling how she feel. And in the same token, we gonna feel how we feel. But we can be told we wrong for how we feel because our feelings don't mean shit.
Did I say y'all was wrong for how you feel?
Yes.
When did I say you were wrong? Please rewind tape.
Oh my God. Just like
when
you
did I say you were
just like
wrong?
you didn't say that dads not being in their lives is not ever said.
When didn't I say I misspoke?
No.
Didn't she say the phone in a limo was busted and she couldn't get in touch with her bitches? What is it? Ignorant?
Right.
She can't get in touch with the bitches. What is
Deronda is, but okay. The thing about the shoes, they gonna say that whichever.
They're gonna say that with whatever parent that they with.
Whatever
though.
parent with the kid gonna be a bad
that's
parent.
a bad
If the kid
example,
out there-
right? Like
If
that's
the
a
kid
bad
out there with raggedy shoes, whatever parent with the kid is gonna get the brunt of that. That's the bad.
But
parent.
we not talking about that. I'm talking about in the scenario I described. Please talk about what is said,
That's a
not
pointed-
what it
that's
could
a
work
pointed
the other way.
argument,
That's not
though.
what we're talking about.
But that's a
We're
pointed
talking
argument.
about the scenario that I described. Can we agree on something? Can you agree that what I said is not
I
bullshit?
never agree on anything with you.
I know. Even when you don't know shit, you gonna make up some shit and
Hello,
act like
mom
I ain't
who
never
had
said
a
Never in
that.
a conversation where I
And
couldn't
still
contribute.
all fell on me. Confused
Thank
by
you.
you guys' conversation.
Can you
What?
come on the show? Can y'all pull her in, coach?
What conversation is confused? What did we say confusing? And you sure you want this help?
She might need to explain herself. It's probably hard to type. A lot of times when you get a lot of stuff you need to say, it's you don't want to type all that.
All this shit sound like woe is me. The
See?
nigga did the nigga
Lifetime Network, huh?
The man did what he was supposed. Now think about this. You upset because a man is doing what he's supposed to do, but when you do it, you don't get praise, and he does it because of a stereotype put out there by mostly women that state that men aren't in their children's lives. That makes zero sense to me.
It's not a stereotype by mostly women. When women say it, it's true because they're in the situation. It ain't no stereotype. If I say my son's father left and he ain't in the life, that ain't no stereotype. That's facts.
Okay, you're right. In your situation. Your situation.
I'm just saying, but
Like
when
you
most
said-
women say
just
it,
like
they
you
ain't
just said
lying.
in our group text, your situation ain't everybody's situation.
And I ain't talking about my situation. I
Hey,
said when
you just
women.
said- you said
I
no.
said when
You said
women say
specifically
it.
You.
I said when women say it. They ain't
my God.
lying.
Did she
They
not
ain't
just
making it
specifically
up.
say that
It's not
herself?
a stereotype when it's a fact.
Did she not just specifically?
What?
That's not a
Oh.
fact. What are you talking about? That's
It
not
is
a
a
fact.
fact. If she's saying I was left, how many women say my
No,
baby
that's
daddy
not
left?
what we was talking about.
Is
That's
that a
not what
fact?
we was that's
Is
not
that
what
a
we was
fact?
talking about. You just switched it. That's not what we was talking about.
You one brought it up and
Okay.
tried to say it was a stereotype. It's
A
not a stereotype
that
if
fathers
it's
aren't
true.
in their children's lives. Not
If
one
it's
woman.
not a stereotype, if it's
It
true.
is a stereotype because I'm in my kid's life. He
It's
in
not a
his
step,
kid's
but
life.
you,
What are
but
talking about?
you don't represent all men.
And the niggas that not in their kids' lives don't represent all men either. So what are you
Obviously, they
talking
do
about?
if that's what the majority is.
Get the fuck out. That's not the majority.
That's not the majority.
Okay. Y'all can say that. Y'all kill me because y'all try to act like because that ain't your situation. You don't know where this is coming from.
Ain't nobody
People
saying
pulling
people
this
don't
out
know
they
where it's coming
ass.
from. I
That
know
ain't
people out
true.
here not taking care of their kids, but them niggas is not the majority. Them the
And
niggas
you
that
not
y'all
either.
choose to
So what's
focus
the
on.
majority? So the majority is that fathers are taking care of all their
I
kids
can
and their
tell
kids.
you
Is that the majority?
Yes.
Pull it up. Somebody look at the statistics.
Because
Because I'm pretty sure that ain't it.
this shit crazy.
I'm pretty sure that ain't it.
Okay.
As much as I hate to admit it, because I love,
Can
and
we
this
ask-
ain't even
okay,
a
how
black
about
man.
this?
It
How about
says
we
less
ask
than
women?
6% of all fathers of minor children are solo dads, but 20% are absent dads of all their minor children. 20%.
20% too much.
I'm sorry, 20.2%.
Okay, now let's go even further. Let's ask the women in this chat. How many women in this chat got fathers? They got kids and they fathers in their lives.
I'll say 1.5. I have 2 kids with 2 different fathers. One is in the lives and one is not.
Come on, man. Stop it. We ain't gonna sit here and just try to make niggas the villain. I know. I can
So
sit
wait,
here
so
and-
I'm lying?
I'm not saying you.
No.
You just said stop
I'm
it.
not saying that you.
Wait a minute now. You just said in this chat, and I have 2 baby daddies or fathers. One is and has always been there, and one is
I'm
not.
not speaking to that. I'm not speaking to that. What I'm
Okay,
saying
but you
is,
said, come on, stop.
no.
Like,
what
did I say
no,
wrong?
you not even let me talk. Damn.
Hi, what's going on?
You're not
I'm
even
just
letting me
saying.
talk. All
Because
I'm
you
saying
so
is,
ready.
oh, you
Because
won't
you
let me
so
put words
ready.
in.
You
God
so
dang it.
ready to just
I can't
discount
say
anything
nothing.
I
You won't let me
say.
say
Because
shit.
you ain't you so ready to
God
discount
damn.
Remember
anything
that
I
don't argue with
say.
a woman shit?
She
What did
won't
she
let me
say?
get a word
Remember
in.
that
Then
she
she
told her
just
last
she
week
went to
she
jump
don't
Because
in.
you
know
finna
the
say some
comments?
bullshit.
I
I'm
don't
gonna say
step
some
on
shit
y'all
that when he
comments.
pulled
I
up
let
in
y'all
stats,
talk.
you see how she softened her stance, right? When you pulled up in stats, her motherfucking ass sat right back down. All that.
That was from the 70s. We talking about now.
Come on, get the fuck out of here.
We talking about
it.
now.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What we not gonna do? We not gonna sit here.
Okay, Tammy says that her father was not in her life, and she have 2 kids by same man. Boy, I thought they said some man. By same man, and he is around in some capacity.
What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? And some, I don't want to get into our business, so that we'll just.
Well, I could tell you what some capacity mean. I know my situation is not everybody's. It's just an example. Okay. Tristan's dad. I don't know when the last time Tristan saw him, but he might call him on birthdays and Christmas. And that's what he get. When we go to Chicago, Tristan say, "No, I don't want to even tell him I'm here."
Okay.
So that's to some capacity because he ain't totally just absent. Tristan know who he is. He talks to him on birthdays or, holidays. He'll call him. So that's some capacity. If I call him and say, hey, I need this, I need help with this, like when I needed money for Tristan dorm room, he didn't give me no issue. He sent it to me.
Okay.
So he's there in some capacity.
Yeah, point taken. I'm not going to even defend it or even speak to what I feel about that, but okay. I don't think that's the same with Tammy's situation.
I'm just saying it might be different, but that's an example of what some capacity could mean.
Okay. He's there, but he's not a father. Basically, I'm saying, like, so like if you need help with him, like he ain't gonna give you no issues. Like if it's money, he know he has a certain responsibility. And since I'm guessing you haven't put him on child support, he figure like, fuck, if you need it, you ask me. Here it is, you know what I'm saying? If you don't ask me, I'm gonna sit here and sit on my hands. Oh, I know it's my man's birthday. Let me call him, act like, I care, and stuff like that. So I understand it. But Tammy said that's close. Zion King, I have multiple baby daddies, and
that's legs.
I know.
She got a different name every week.
Right, you ain't have to put a business out there. Every week
I ain't
you
nobody,
different names.
but she
It's like
had
she
my
got 7
back.
different
So
accounts.
I want her to have her credit. I want her to have her
multiple
credit.
baby daddies, and I have to make their ass do shit. What told me he don't do because he know I got it.
I was told that.
But what I tell her about the pond she fishing in, we just talked about this last week.
Oh, this was a different pond though, Mel. And she blamed me for this one.
I know who that one is.
Because I was like, he a good guy. He got Southern hospitality.
Yeah, what, Tammy? What you yelling about that?
I think that's a different conversation too, honestly. But
What, Southern hospitality?
no, the
The
multiple
multiple baby daddy? I
that's
can't say that because I'm a multiple baby daddy.
I just think that's a different conversation too, honestly.
I'm a multiple sometimes, so I'm a.
I don't think that fits into this narrative, honestly. Well, it does with regard to the fathers not being there. And to be told some shit like that is ridiculous.
This is the thing. This is the thing. And so I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. We're not trying to say that all fathers are there. But what we're trying to say is that the narrative that the majority of fathers are not in their kids' lives is false. But for the minority of that, the mass have to pay the price for it. So when it comes out, the fact to say, okay, that we are, because don't get me wrong, when we out doing stuff that we supposed to do, it's not like we doing it and like, hey, I bought my kid a cake, y'all better praise me for it, or I took my kid to the park. But then in the same sense, if we have to be demeaned for what guys are not doing, then we should get the praise for when we are doing something we should do. We got to take it either way. It's like a quarterback of a football team. It's 10 other players on the team. But if we lose the game, the quarterback get blamed for it. So guess what? If we win it, by right, he should get that praise for winning it.
Well, can you understand how it makes a mother feel? Someone who's,
that.
if I'm working full time, I'm the one going to these games. I'm the one taking them to their extracurricular activities and blah, blah, blah. And then here you come when you say, okay, you know what? I'll help you out. And then you actually get an award.
I think the problem is the fact that you look at it that way, though. Is why does it have to be okay when you come around? Okay, I'll help you out. Why is it not that fact that I've been here from the jump and I've been doing what I'm supposed to do? Granted, I understand you saying you've been doing X, Y, Z. Why do he get an award and I don't? But not to demean him and say, oh, now because you know what I'm saying, you doing something that I currently don't have the capacity to do, you get an award. Like that's unfair to him. Like, do you?
But
okay.
she does not have. It's not that she don't have the capacity.
Hold on. Ty, this is the thing. Because what she just said is, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, that defamation ain't for you. So when people say father, that isn't including you. And trust me, I understand that here. Like, they ain't talking about me, but society, and that's what we're talking about right now. It don't work like that. I'm gonna get blamed for whatever, and I'm seen as that person. I've been that person sitting in court, and they treat me like a deadbeat because of the guy before them, and that ain't me. So guess what? Even though I know that ain't me, no, it's still me in everybody else's eyes. So that's why when they see me at the park with my kid, or they see me, that's what makes them want to give me praise. Because when they first saw me walk up, I was a deadbeat and a no good ass father. You know what I'm saying? Because they know you just gotta have kids somewhere. So now when they see you with that kid, now all of a sudden, oh damn, because guess what? It ain't so much about giving us praise, it's easing the fact that they were being evil basically to us in their head, because they had already preconceived about what type of person we are.
I don't have a problem with I think it's good. I love to see fathers with their kids. Every time I see if I'm when I was, when Tristan would go to the park and fathers would be there, I love seeing that type of stuff. But to be honest, that's just to give them an award. That's just kind of like, really? That's the same way when white rappers come out and they get hip hop awards of the year. And it's like Adele is getting praised for stuff we was born naturally to do. Now she getting praised for doing what I've been doing.
This is my only thing about that award. I think the award is too far if they made that award specifically because it was a single dad or something. Now, this is awards that they give parents, because what they don't say in it, if they change it to stay-at-home dad just because he was a dad, they could have probably been giving that award to moms all the time.
I don't think any of that matters. Like, why does it matter? Like, if a mother is a stay-at-home mother and she gets an award, she deserves it. If a father is a stay-at-home father and he gets an award, he deserves it. Point blank. I
understand that. What I'm saying
but it don't matter if it was an award created specifically because of him and his situation. In that case, to me, it even means
what I'm saying is, in that school, like that daycare that they went to, right? If the only award they gave out was to the single father going there when they know they have stay-at-home moms too, then I think that's wrong. I'm not saying the father don't deserve it, but what I'm saying is I think that is a slap in the face of single mom or stay-at-home moms. If in that situation it was just, oh shit, he a stay-at-home dad, we're gonna give him an award, because I'm pretty sure they also have stay-at-home moms and it was a daycare or a preschool or something like that. That's what I'm saying in that situation. I'm not saying he don't deserve the award.
But it don't make it wrong because either he was the first one to get it or he got it at that time. Who to say is a stay-at-home mom that won't get it the following month or the following
Yeah,
week?
but if they just the way she said it,
Matter.
they
Like,
got it.
it don't matter. If a father is doing what he's supposed to do, he deserves praise. If a mother is doing what she's supposed to do, she deserves praise.
No, they would deserve recognition. Like, yes, you're a great mother, you're a great father, blah blah blah. But as far as giving people awards for something like that, that's the same way what she just said about Caitlyn Jenner. I feel the same way.
Ty, who the fuck you playing the violin for?
Who?
Ty. She just threw the violin up there.
That's not the same. That's not even the same. That's not an equivalent argument. He is.
It is an equivalent.
Not an equivalent argument.
He got Woman of the Year for being something I've been doing. I've been
he
being a woman.
He is not a woman.
He is a woman.
Shit.
He's a woman. Don't get us banned. Hey.
He ain't no woman.
Okay.
He got Woman of the Year.
We got a guest, y'all. So now, listen, these are the rules. Y'all shut y'all mouth. Let the guest come in, say what she got to say, and then get rid of it.
What? Whatever. Okay. Hey, everybody. How you guys doing?
Hi, you look pretty.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Stop beating up on my girl, Nicole.
She got garland in the back. So is that
Valentine garland? Hey, stop talking about my business. I'm at work. Shut up. Okay, but for real, y'all need to stop harassing my girl Nicole. For real. Hey, Jay, and I'm surprised at you. Like, man, you usually be like rah woman. Like, what happened?
I haven't said anything disparaging about women the whole time.
Man, you've been like, yeah, you just ridiculous us today.
Disparaging about women all day. Even if in our text, I said women deserve praise. Any parent, a mother or a father. I don't get what the problem is because he got an award. Because when we had offline, and I'm gonna give you a moment to say what you got to say. But offline, when I asked Nicole this question, if the award was for a stay-at-home mom, would this even be a conversation? No, it wouldn't be a conversation because guess what? Everybody would say that woman deserves whatever it is that she got, regardless of if it's a man that's doing the same thing, right or wrong.
But the thing is you aren't giving women the awards.
Do you understand why, though, Jane?
No, I don't, and I don't. And but see, this is where I'm grown and mature enough to say I don't think I ever understand because I'm not a woman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to have behind the fact that I feel like what I'm saying is 100% fact. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from the perspective of a man. This is what I feel, and I don't feel like him getting an award downs anything that a woman is doing. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like that award, while it was a stay-at-home dad for that particular point in time, I'm pretty sure there's some other shit equivalent to that for women somewhere else that we ain't heard about.
Nah.
Nothing. Is what you're telling me.
Now, what I can say is that as far as me being a stay-at-home mom, I was in this situation and I did it. I loved it. I love being at home with my kids. I was able to do that through me, not through a man though. So my stay-at-home mom, because I made my own money, Val. But my stay-at-home mom, because his face was getting grumpy, but me being stay-at-home mom, yeah, it was a lot of work. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of work, but it's something that everybody assumed you're supposed to be doing. Like, me being at work, I got more hassle about that being a mom working than being at home. And then as far as a stay-at-home mom, I would really applaud the guy because that is hard work. I mean, it's not as easy as people think. You're not just sitting around the house. You like cleaning stuff, you chasing the kids, you feeding them, especially if they're young, anywhere till at least, I guess, the 5th grade, because they can't function by themselves. So chauffeur, all that. And I granted it's hard for guys to do it because they don't have the same, I guess, multitasking quality.
That's not true.
I agree.
That's why women are really good at it because we multitask very well. But yeah, I just think like I'm proud that he did it. I'm happy that he did it. But no, boo, you don't need an award because I didn't get one. Okay. And also, not only did I stay at home, at one point I was a mom that went to school and had a job. and still cleaned my house and still took care of my husband. And then there was another time when that situation changed and I was just a working mom. So, I mean, one thing, mom will always be mom. Dad has an option.
What?
Just saying.
It's that time up. I don't mean to be rude.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
listening.
what was the last thing you said?
I'm listening.
She said, mom is gonna always be the mom. Dad is an option.
That's sad, but true. The same way. Listen, hear me out, Jay. Calm down.
And it's not a
When
knock
something
against
happen at
people like
work, you
Jay.
stressed. The same way dudes be
Hold on,
saying,
hold on,
mama's
hold on,
baby,
hold on,
daddy's
hold on.
maybe.
Hold on,
Same thing.
hold on. Tammy, what else you got to say?
Oh, you kicking me out? Okay.
I'm finna boot you. I'm finna
Bye
kick
bye,
you.
y'all.
I'm finna punch the shit out
Later.
of it.
I got your back, Nicole. Me and you.
Thank you.
Dad has an option. What does that mean, Ty?
So it means the same. You know how a lot of dudes will say, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. It's kind of like the same thought process. It's fucked up. It is, because I don't feel like it should be an option, but they do have an option. Just like me and Lex was talking about earlier, when we have kids and you call and say, they need this, I need that. You have the option to say, I ain't got it. And then you could go on back to doing what you're doing. But guess what? I got to do. I got to find it and I got to
True.
make it happen. I can't say I ain't got it. So the father has the option to say, you know what, this weekend I'm going out of town. I can't get them for my weekend. I can't say to you, you know what, take your baby with you. I could and be a bitch, but we're not going to do that. Find a babysitter. That's all I'm saying. Dads have options, and I ain't going to say mothers. I'll take because I know, Jay, I know how your mind works. The custodial parent doesn't really have options, but whoever the non-custodial parent is, which in a lot of cases, because of the way things are set up, the non-custodial parent usually is the father.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Jay.
Are you speaking specifically in single parent households?
Yes. I took that she was speaking in single parent household.
What are you confused about what I asked you? Are you speaking?
I'm just trying to understand if it's not a single.
I don't have a fucking option of whether or not I want to be a daddy.
Okay, we ain't talking to then. If it don't apply, let it fly.
Get you keep saying all. Come on, that's why I specifically asked you that.
I didn't say all.
She meant single parents. She meant.
I asked her. She looked at me like I was
she said
stupid.
non-custodial parent. And custodial
That's why I said custodial and non-custodial. It's like, what are you not getting? You trying to be offended. I don't do that. We ain't talking about you then. You're a married man in the house. So a lot of the stuff, issues that a lot of women have, you and your wife don't have.
You're not that guy, Jay. You hear that? Bam.
Because I'm the only one. I'm the only one in this.
But men like you.
Let me speak. I'm the only man.
Calm down. Take it to your normal below 5.
I'm the only one, right? I'm the only
no,
man.
I didn't say that. I said men like you don't have this issue that we talking about. But you act like you don't understand the issue. It's a lot of stuff I don't go through, but I see it happening. So I ain't gonna sit here and try to act blind and say that don't happen because I ain't in that situation. You're not in that situation, and stop denying that it ain't happening.
I never denied that it happened.
First off, Tammy, he didn't want to be there. He ain't had no choice. I know his wife. She gave that nigga ultimatum, and the ultimatum was you gonna be here or you gonna be here.
I never debated anything that you said as being false. All I said was stop putting a general statement on it and making it fly for all men.
Stop taking it personal. You obviously know it's not for all men.
No,
it's not all men. Nothing nobody said is all.
You
it's always exceptions to a rule.
And when he gave you the numbers, now you want to dial it back.
Okay, he gave me There you go again, wanting to cook.
Can you pull up that video, please? With
there
the
you again, wanting another cookie.
Can you pull up the video with the nigga in the car, please? Please pull up the video with the nigga in the car.
All I'm saying is, it don't apply to you, but you still know what we talking about. Please, it don't apply to you, right? but you still know what we talking about, right?
I know what you're
I
talking
never
about.
said I didn't know. What we
You,
was
but you
talking about.
arguing with me like I'm lying or like I'm pulling
From
shit
a-
out
Said
my
you was
ass.
lying.
You
From a
talking, but like I'm
non-custodial-
pulling shit out my ass, talking about bullshit.
I never
Ain't
said
nothing
that.
I said.
That never
Ain't
came
nothing I
out.
said was
I
bullshit.
actually agree with you.
No,
I
you
never-
when you always say, "Come on, man, come on." You even put your hair in ponytails. You was starting to sweat.
Come on.
Hey, look, from a non-custodial parent, what y'all said is true. When it's single parents, and how society is set up, and mainly it's because of how society is set up. That's why men have that option. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, we from the jump, we really not given the opportunity to be the custodial parent. It got to be a really, really, really jacked up mother for us to even get those rights. Sometimes,
Yeah.
I mean,
Jacked up.
huh?
There are no,
Say that again.
There are no jacked up mothers.
Okay. So then that's why ain't no men custodial
I'm
parents.
glad
still.
you finally realizing, Jay.
So yes, so men do have the option, you know what I'm saying, to check out. What we got to realize though is the majority of men don't take that option. And I think that the blowback that we have here is like what we steady saying is the ones who don't take that option are getting the shots for the small percent of the ones who do. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I can agree with that. I mean, I do feel like in a lot of ways when it's always the bad, it seems the bad represents the whole when it shouldn't be that way.
Yes.
So, and I can agree to that.
There we go. See that? Look at that. The boy.
Jay mad, I
saving the
agree.
day.
Look at him trying to think of a reason why. She lied. She don't really
Say that.
agree. You really want to say that, don't
I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even say nothing.
He sitting here like this bitch.
I would never. I would never.
Tasha say somebody telling stories. What's the story we telling?
Talking about your ass.
She knows she gave you that ultimatum, and she probably gave it to you with a bat in her hand.
I asked her to marry me. What are you talking about? What are you talking? Okay.
Yeah, she told you was gonna ask her.
Okay.
She told you the date and everything. How you was gonna propose.
How you was gonna propose?
Everything. You know what I'm saying? You gonna propose to me on this date. You know what I'm saying? At this time, we're gonna go to this restaurant.
You just
Wear your nice Jordans.
you just
Ty, you don't even know. You wasn't there.
you wasn't there.
I was
You
there.
wasn't there.
Good. It's not pulling up because it's some bull. Round.
Don't worry about it. Just hey y'all, the video, I'll get it and I'll post it on our Facebook page.
And
So
that
you guys
will be up every week. It's gonna be right where that announcement, that video gonna be right there playing. It's gonna be muted. Every time Nicole start talking shit, I'm just gonna unmute it.
So I feel like it's y'all see, we just carry it, so y'all really should take way more responsibility. Because if we was like this, your seed we would be considered his
So
poor mother.
basically, the baby, we just housing. This your seed. So if we was like after y'all put y'all seed in us and we pop it out, hey, take your seed. And then when you call me, I'll see what's good.
I'm pretty sure there are men who would do that.
Huh?
There are plenty of men who would do that.
To do
We
what?
do have to take their child. Now, we do have to realize that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
We
God.
do have to realize that having a baby is a bit of a business now.
Oh my God.
Why was I reading like Floyd Mayweather? Did you read that post? Did you look at it?
You was on that motherfucking cat.
Can y'all, what is that?
I already took care of it.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. That was me? Y'all saying that was me.
I mean, you was
okay, Jay, you read it. Bam, there you go. Read it.
I feel like it's y'all seed. We carry it, so y'all really should take way more responsibility. Because if we was like this, your seed we would be considered piss poor mothers. It don't make sense, but you was reading that motherfucker like, feel like it's.
I was trying to make sense of it. I ain't want to put it out there like motherfucker didn't know what they were saying.
Who is Kimberly?
Don't keep your opinion to yourself.
That's Aunt Girl. That's Aunt Girl.
Oh, I was
I
gonna be
would
like
like to know your
Tasha.
opinion. I would like to know your
I was
opinion.
He
gonna be like
says, good
Tasha.
topic. I
She
will keep
agreeing
my
with
opinion
Jay.
to myself
Let's see what's
since I'm
up.
jumping the
But
tune of Mr. J, but it's two ways to this opinion. I'm just saying.
I want to know what she think.
I wanted to get don't hide the opinion, put it on out there. Come on, with Bob Shop, we can talk about it, okay?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about
It's
it.
all
talk about it.
opinions.
What you put in that smoothie, Ty? I'm on my way.
She probably thinks she jump on the side of Jay until she say it out loud. Then she gonna be like, "Oh,
Your uncle friend, Jay.
My fault. I'm sorry.
Which uncle? Mookie,
Demon,
Bird,
Demon.
The baby.
oh,
The baby.
Mookie, oh."
Come on, why do you motherfucker keep coming back? Who is this?
I don't know.
They got a bunch of pages.
Kale, pineapple, and banana. What you using for a base though?
Come on, man. We get your damn health tip later. In the middle of a conversation.
We still going. I'm trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? I might need to go pick up a smoothie. I mean, I ain't got to make one. Come on, Kim, tell us what you think.
She got to type it. I'm pretty
you
sure.
Need to come on and tell us, Kim, because you sound like you probably got a book to write.
Man, listen.
Hey, while we waiting on that real quick, Duran, if you still in here, what's the next book coming out? Let me know what's going on. You know, she be trying to wait till they've been out a month and then pop them up like, surprise.
So I guess we really need to be getting out of here in like 3 minutes, but I feel like we're going to push this to 9 because we took way more time on this topic than the actual topic that we were supposed to be talking about. So I think we probably need to try to push into that.
You want to get into the actual topic? Go ahead.
That's going to take a minute. Let it rock.
So, I mean, I'm fine with going into the topic.
Go ahead. Okay, what the topic was. Okay, so last week we talked about this. We had talked about it amongst ourselves, and so I put it on Facebook too this week. But the question was, am I responsible for how you perceive what I say? We trying to get better at that, Shaka.
Yeah.
Don't point out our flaws.
Please don't. You know I'm on it today now. I ain't got loud with you, Shaka, but I'm in the mood today.
Now, what is lacinato, kale? Is that Spanish kale?
Hell no, is this Spanish kale? Where does kale come from? South of the border?
Yes, you are. No. Okay, so Zion King believes that I'm responsible for how a person perceives what I say. Now, I was told that in my comments, because I had this on my Facebook page, I was told by the mother of my children, I guess, that yes, I'm responsible, me personally, because I speak with fire. You know what I'm saying? I spit fire. I'm pretty vehement in some of the things I say. So they said, me personally, I'm responsible. But for a lot of people that I got the comment for, what they were saying was that, like most people trying to say it's a 50-50 thing. It's how you say it. And so they were saying now, but people believe that the sender has more responsibility than the receiver. Yes, Nicole, it's Mexican kale.
Okay.
So, like, people really believe that the sender has more responsibility than the receiver of it. So, I'm of a totally different mindset myself, but.
So how do you feel?
I don't feel like I'm responsible for how you perceive anything I say. I mean, I don't care what the relationship is. I don't care if like an intimate relationship, a friendship, a situationship, or whatever. I don't believe that I'm responsible for how you perceive what I say. Now, that doesn't mean that I cannot explain it to you and give context to it. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't have to.
But I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so there's absolutely no reason for tact.
That's a yes and a no with me. If I'm close to you, if we hang out, if we close and we know each other, I don't think there's a reason for tact. I try to be tactful with people who don't know me until I'm put into a point where you just need to hear this then. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying, I don't believe I should have to tiptoe over what it is I say. Now, I don't mean that I should come out and try to be hurtful in how I say things. You know what I'm saying? Like intentionally. So if it comes out in a certain way, like if we're in a heated argument and it come out a certain way, I try to tell people you need to mind how you say when you're upset, because you still mean what you say. But it's the fact where, say, like, I'm sitting here doing something and my lady walk in the house and she be like, "Hey, baby, look, do I look fat in this?" And I look back and say, "Yeah, you look fat in that," and keep on going. I don't think I was hurtful in saying that, but if it was the truth, it was the truth. A lot of people try to say that just because it's the truth, you shouldn't say it, or that you need to sugarcoat the truth, and I don't believe that. It's a difference from being in a marriage and being a single parent, but in some situations, some marriages, the mother, like I was, no shame was.
So I think what she's saying is that, yeah, it's different from, being married in a single home, but in some situations, in some marriages, the mother still is kind of like being the custodial parent.
Okay.
Because I know somebody, I don't want to put his business out there, but with his mom, you know what I'm saying? Their dad, they had a 2-flat. The dad stayed on the first floor, didn't even stay upstairs with them. She did everything. She was a stay-at-home mom, but she did every single thing. Took them to, kept them in sports and stuff so they wouldn't get in trouble. I mean, everything. And he stayed downstairs. Wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? It was just almost like it was separate, but they were together. But it was almost, yeah.
But first off, I want to congratulate Ty on using the word dichotomy in here. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to throw these big words. I understand this, so I won't take it as disrespect. I know what you meant. So she say it's a dichotomy at play here. She cares about her words. She cares about the message that she's trying to convey. So if I'm her audience, she's going to take care to help me understand her words and her meaning, and she won't leave it to decipher.
I think that's a lot of onus that you take in that conversation, though. Obviously, you should care about your delivery, right? I always say the intention doesn't matter, but if your intention is not to offend anybody, you don't want to go in there and say, "Hey, you fuck something up," right? So you want to be careful with the words that you choose when you're speaking to people. But in the same sense, if you take the time to deliver a clear, concise, and respectful message, and it's not received in that manner, I don't believe that that's your responsibility.
I think that's why me and Jay get into it so much, because while he thinks I like to debate and go back and forth, my issue is I'm looking at him. My issue really is being understood. So that's why I say things over and over. I might even try to say it in a different way. It's not about me trying to disagree with you. I most of the time feel like you don't understand, or you're not trying to understand. And I think that's where we butt heads, because I care about what I'm trying to get across is understood. And now, if you once say, "I understand what you're saying, but I just disagree," you don't. You still try to make it seem like what I'm saying is bullshit, like you don't get it. And that's why I be going back and forth, because I want you to get it. So that's
allow me to retort. That's not right.
But it's that's true, though.
You care about being understood. You care about being right.
That's a miscommunication. So me saying what I said, maybe it comes off to y'all that way. But honestly, it's not about me being right or wrong. It's about y'all understanding my point of view.
The reason that it comes off of you being right is in how you explained it yourself. Because what it is, you're looking for somebody to tell you, "I understand what you're saying, but this, and this," and you don't offer that same thing in response. You don't offer that in response. When you're having a debate and going back and forth, when people start talking to you and try to tell their side or disagree with what you're saying, you automatically elevate your voice, get on top of them, talk over them.
That's passion.
Whatever you call it, you use your passion, and you get very passionate, and you belittle what it is they're saying and what they think.
I don't be belittling. I don't be belittling it. I still be trying to the way y'all come at me.
Them and satirizing them.
The way y'all be coming back when I say stuff, I feed off energy. Feed me your energy, I will feed it back. So when you come at me like that's bullshit, or no, then that's
Okay,
why I come
okay.
off like, hold on,
Zion,
and I'm
that is
still
your
trying to explain myself.
responsibility. Autocorrect, do not put anything in all caps. I ain't never had an autocorrect or anything in all caps.
So I had somebody comment, and I agree with what he said. Somebody that was,
50-50 guy?
went to, huh?
The 50-50 guy?
Right. That's Donald. You don't remember Donald? Was he in choir when you was there? Donald
Mhm.
Grigsby. Yeah, you remember him? Yeah, because he
Mhm.
sang with you, right?
Well, not with me.
You know, then y'all do the little, oh no, they did it after y'all left. They created their little shy group. Remember y'all
Okay.
was shy? Okay,
Yeah.
so basically what he said was he feels like the person doing it's 50-50, right? The person that's delivering the message has a responsibility of delivering it in a way that a reasonable person would understand. Because and I think that was my word missing, a reasonable person, right? Because you can't control, some people just don't want to understand. Like Jay, he don't want to get it. So
Shots fired.
Thinking on me. I ain't said nothing since we got off that last topic. With me.
I'm just saying some people just don't want to get it or refuse to understand or don't want to be wrong or admit like, okay, you right. So you can't control that. But I think you do have a responsibility of at least, I say, caring when you're in a ship, right? Because you cannot care
Which
about
ship?
a person, right?
Which
Any
ship?
kind of ship. If you're a
Any kind of
friendship,
ship.
huh?
Any kind of ship.
I think any kind of ship you have, if it's a friendship, because if you care about the friendship, what if you say something and you didn't say anything mean, but you just say whatever, and that cost you your friendship because
Then it
they
wasn't a
thought,
friendship.
no, because they thought you were saying F you. So they feel like you ain't really my friend.
Wasn't a friendship.
Not true. Not true. Very close friendship to home ruined over a misunderstanding. You talking years, longer than I've been alive. Friendship ruined over a misunderstanding. Don't necessarily mean that friendship was never there. You see what I'm saying? It don't necessarily mean that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't do tell.
I ain't gonna say I'll tell you what off the air. But he know what I'm talking about.
It wasn't a friendship. That's how I feel. Because guess what? This is how I feel. If it's a friendship, just like in a relationship. Okay, put it like this. We'll take this into account. There is nothing that I can say, and no matter how I say it, whereas Jay probably wouldn't understand it. But I don't care how I say it. You know why? Because he knows me. And you can tell where your friends are coming from when they say things. You understand? So it's not on your friend to tiptoe around things and say things in a certain way to you to make you feel a certain way. If that's your friend or you're in a relationship, you know that person anyway. You understand? So if I walk in the door and I'm like, man, fuck you, bitch.
Okay, but this is what the thing is.
But we're not talking about tiptoeing. It don't always have to be you said something fucked up.
But the thing, and also with that too, like you got to understand, people change. You know what I'm saying? So just because I know who you are, I know how you act, don't necessarily mean that I may always agree with it or I'm always be accepting of. Listen. That don't necessarily mean that I'm always be accepting of everything that you do, right? So I know how you are. I know how you talk to people. I know how you can be
blunt.
We'll go with abrasive or blunt.
Yeah.
Abrasive. We'll go with abrasive because I like that. I like that. We'll go with abrasive, right? So some odd reason, you know what I'm saying? We have a spat or whatever. You go into one of your meetings, you start talking crazy or whatever. And I'm like, all right, that's just me. After only so many times you're gonna be able to say, oh, that's just me, before it gets to a point where it's like, nah, I can't deal with that no more. That don't necessarily mean that the friendship that we had wasn't real. It just means that I've gone to a point where I'm not willing to accept that anymore. You see what I'm saying? So it don't necessarily mean that what we had wasn't legit. It just means right now where we are, we probably can't coexist.
That still means it wasn't a friendship.
No, that does not mean that.
No.
Yes, it was. Because what you're saying is in 2010, we were friends. You understood me and everything, whatever, right? And 2020, how I talk is no longer, it doesn't sit with you well. So basically what that means is the friendship grew apart. And that's okay. At that point, we're really not friends because of the fact we can't relate to each other.
Anymore.
Right.
to say that friendship was never valid.
No, I'm not saying it was never a friendship. I'm saying that's
what
not a
you
friendship.
said. Nigga. You said it was never a friendship.
Okay. Well,
So
I'm
that's
saying
not
that
valid.
I'm recounting.
Here's a good example, Mel. Maybe this is a better example. We'll take my best friend, right? We've been friends since we were 15. Okay. Now, back in the day, there's certain things he would say or complain about or say certain people, blah, 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 was doing this and that. And I might agree with the other person, but I wouldn't say anything, right? I never would say anything. I would just let him vent, even if I thought he was wrong. But now, in our older age, I check his ass, right? Now, because I didn't used to check him and now I check him, what if he took me actually trying to set him the right way, the wrong way? And I don't care to explain to him, no, you wrong because of X, Y, and Z, but I'm just checking him. And now because I didn't do that before, she ain't really my friend. It's a misunderstanding and he might take it the wrong way. And if I don't give a fuck about his feelings.
I mean, I understand how you're saying that, but no matter what, most of the time they're going to take that the wrong way, even if you explain it, because that's not your MO. You've changed how you associate with that person. So now it's going to go from, no matter how nice you check them or whatever, when it's not what you're used to doing. That's the same thing like that situation Jay was talking about. It's because the person
he accepted.
I'm saying, but it's because the person did something that they don't usually do. Because basically, what a person did was check somebody on something. And since it was checked, it was like, "Whoa, you gonna check me?" It's like, that ain't how you usually get down. And that friendship fell apart over that.
But if they were really friends,
Lavelle, you can come across harsh as hell sometimes. Anyway, so you need to be coming with that explanation ready. I was scared to talk to you for years. Nicole always tell me he's not that bad, just ask him. And I would have to stick my feelings in my pocket, take a deep breath and jump in. And guess what? When you asked me, you didn't get nothing wrong. You didn't get nothing wrong. I'm not placating to nobody's feelings.
I like this Thai guy.
That's my sister-in-law.
That's a girl, first off.
I mean, that's the name. I'm reading the name.
Oh.
I know it's a girl. I'm just reading the name.
People who think on different levels can receive things in a lot of ways. Communication is more than just words. It's history, it's action, it's a lot of it. She's just trying to act smart now. She thinks she's slick.
Nigga.
She ain't have to say all that.
She is smart.
You don't know her.
You don't know her.
I mean, she's demonstrating it.
You don't know her. She reading the encyclopedia. I've seen it before. She got the encyclopedia right there. You know what I'm saying? Look.
I still tell her now, right now. Did you call him? Call him and tell him. And she be like, but you know.
I'm the easiest person to talk to, and that has nothing to do with how I respond to people either. Because guess what? As much as people want to say I'm harsh or abrasive, I don't respond to people abrasively or harshly if you don't attack me like that. I'm saying, if you come to me with sense, you get that back. I give out what I get.
Lavelle tells big lies.
So I just start in on people.
You have, not normally, but you have.
Who?
We didn't talk about it off there. You have.
See, Mel, you taking Ty out of her character.
That's her character right there. She's street.
She's street.
She's street. You know what I'm saying? Last time I saw her, she was talking about Tay. She's street. She be trying to act like she got class. I'm saying flying classes and shit, you know.
And she could cook too.
She can cook. I wouldn't know. I don't get invited.
We don't have to have her on one day.
But she is a realtor, y'all. So if y'all need anything with real estate or whatever, y'all hit up Ty Guy.
But she's in Chicago though, right?
Yeah, she's in Illinois. Yeah.
She ain't gonna help you. I like your way.
See, west side. See?
Oh.
Exactly.
I remember when I was young, that West Side girl stole my coat.
Hold on now. Tasha's trying to start a fight.
You see, I ain't even read that shit. I was trying to glaze over it. You would highlight it.
Tasha's trying to start a fight. Come on, Tasha. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was not my fault.
Whose fault was it?
Yours.
Lies. Lavelle Applewhite tells big lies.
He told me not to come. He came to your event, called me when he got there, like, yeah, you don't want to come here, bro. Ain't nothing happening here. It ain't cracking.
Boy, you gonna sit here and say that shit with a straight face?
Yes, because that's what happened.
I never thought. I never thought I'd hear the day.
You never thought you'd see the day.
Oh, Ray Gibson.
Oh, no, shit. I heard you say shit to people and been like, I'm glad that wasn't me. What? And you know I can be mean purposely. You are very mean. See, there you go. Bam. Hey, time to tell you now. Over here, we support everything that everybody do. So if you got something going that's positive, as much shit as we talk to each other, we supporting each other. We trying to help build the community up. So if you got something you do, we all know. We on that. Now, well, don't get me wrong. Us guys do love West Side girls because, you know, y'all built like Mississippi girls most of the time.
I married one.
Just don't come to the South Side, West Side.
No, don't come over to the West Side.
Shit, they probably be saying the same thing about us. Don't come to the West Side, South Side, and shit.
They be on that. So. All right, we got to get out of here, y'all. We've been a little over time.
We ain't even really put a button on our actual conversation, though.
Oh, well, go back. Where was we at? I thought y'all told me to shut up about it.
No, we've stopped about the initial conversation that Nicole just refused to let go. But the perception versus caring, we never put a button on that. What was the consensus?
The consensus is it's your responsibility.
It ain't my fault.
Look,
Take it wrong.
Two different lines is crossed. Why is our cross? Look at that.
Hey, if you take it wrong, that's on you.
So
see, that just means, and see, and I want to say this. So if you feel like if you're in a relationship, if you're married, you know what I'm saying, you don't care what you say, how it makes your wife feel. I don't care how you take, but you're saying, hey, I don't care if you take it wrong, because if I feel like letting you know what I really meant, I will, but I don't have to. So you can just divorce me if it makes you that mad, or your best friend. You should know me well enough to know what I meant. Sometimes we don't know what you meant.
That's not what I'm saying.
What is it?
That's not what I'm saying. If we talk about me personally, we're talking about in general now.
No, just we're talking about the comment you made. I don't care how you take it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll take me. This is my thought process and how I deal in this situation. Is the reason why I don't think I'm responsible for how you take what I say is because if I'm in a relationship the same way I think that you should know me, I know you also. So a lot of things I'm not going to say because I know how you're going to take it anyway. Now, sometimes you'll get backed into a corner and you just have to say some things. If I just have to say something and you take it a different way, that's on you.
Okay, let's not use you then, because you feel like if you're friends, y'all should know each other, when that ain't the case. So let's talk about somebody else.
My friends have carte blanche to say what they want to me most of the time.
So let's talk about somebody else, not you and your friends. Other people who don't feel like friends read each other's minds.
If they don't feel like that, then they have to be mindful of what they say. If you feel like that, just like this. My whole thing about that, you can't be a person who feels like you can say what you want to say and then a person can't say it back. And most of the time, that's what happens in this situation. You'll have one person who feels like they can say whatever they want to say, however, but you can't respond to them in kind.
But we're not talking about just in saying something that can hurt somebody's feelings. You can just be talking regular and not saying anything messed up, and they misconstrue what you mean. Let's just say, like in a situation,
that really ain't on me.
Well, let's just say this. Let's just say I say some things that Donald Trump says aligns with my beliefs. He's a Christian. I don't believe in abortion, so him banning abortion, that don't make me upset or whatever. And you take that as me being a Trump supporter, but I don't clarify because I don't care how you take it. But now you create a panel where you're like, okay, we're gonna have people talking about this or that, and you book me, hey, can you talk? We talking about Democrats and Republicans and blah blah blah. Sure, I'll come talk, and you book me for Donald Trump's side. Or if it's vice versa, you like, hold on, I'm not no Donald Trump supporter, but I didn't care enough to let you know how I felt. I just said some stuff and you didn't understand what I was saying. So now I'm here.
So how was that my fault? If you didn't understand what, especially if
it's your, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me as the as
No, I
the
understand that. I'm saying in your scenario now, because I'm putting myself as you in that situation, as the person who agreed with some of the policies of Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
bam,
say
tie guy, bam. What she said.
she said you're not responsible for how a person perceives what you say, but you are responsible for making sure that they have all the information to understand what you said. If they
And that's
didn't,
basically
they just didn't
explaining
agree.
it that a reasonable person could understand what you're saying.
But I also don't believe that either, because just in that scenario that you gave, right?
Shit, I just did that earlier, Ty, probably about 20 minutes ago.
So just like you, the scenario you just gave, the person asked you a certain question, you answered certain things.
You was looking in the mirror.
I was looking at
about
Joe.
the Donald Trump. You agree with certain of his policies and you left it at that. They didn't care enough to try to figure out if you was a Donald Trump supporter or not. They took that little bit and left. So that's not your responsibility to make sure that they know, oh, I'm not a Trump supporter. I just agree with him on these one or two things. Because the person is going to take it and make it to what they want to anyway. If we not,
but I didn't explain it enough. I didn't explain. Only reason why I made
your
that
responsibility to explain it enough.
But what I'm saying is the reason why I said now you got me in a position like now I'm here in front of thousands of people, but you got me on the side to now I'm in a position to defend him. I'm in that position. Yeah, I could say it ain't my fault you didn't get it, but now I'm in this position because I didn't care enough to explain.
All the time, Ty.
I think that for me to say that I agree with you, Lavelle, would be to say it's only situational or circumstantial, or I would say it's to specific personalities. Because if you're the type of person that doesn't care what somebody will take away from what you're saying and how they'll build their own narrative about you, then yes, what you're saying is 100% accurate. But if you do care about what somebody might take away from whatever it is that you're delivering to them, then yes, you do have that responsibility to get them all the information up front.
True. If you care about what they think about you when they walk off.
Right. And I think in any ship, you should care.
Well, that's a different scenario, though, because in what you were just talking about, that wasn't a ship, was it?
Well, no, it was a friend because now they're saying, hey, I want you to do this for me. Hey, come speak. That's all I'm saying. I was just, it probably was a poor example.
No, but I'm even more pissed off now because if that was a friend, then before they went off with that narrative, they should have asked more questions to clarify.
I mean, but that probably was a poor example. But I was just trying to without you being too deep. Basically, I didn't give enough information and I didn't care to, and it caused me to be put in a situation because I didn't care to let you know what I really was trying to say.
Tammy back. She said, what if the person asks you questions to try to clarify, but you done talking because you felt like you said enough? Jay?
Mel. I can say that I've been there before, and I'm pretty sure we all have. I'm pretty sure
I haven't
had conversations with somebody and you talking to them and it's like, okay, I've tried to clarify in different ways, and it's like, I don't know what else to say. I'm done. So at that point, I think you've given up what they may take from that conversation. It's like, whatever, however you feel when you leave, that's just how you're gonna feel. Because sometimes it's tough, especially if you're in a situation where, like me and Nicole was just now. Like now we can talk and we can both say, okay, I understand what you were saying. We both was butting heads because we both was trying to prove a point, right? So we can walk away from that conversation. I'm sorry, in that moment, we couldn't walk away from that conversation with an understanding of what the other was saying because we was too busy both trying to prove our points. Looking back at it now, it's like, okay, yeah, I understand what you were saying. I care about what Nicole think about me. So I want to sit back and have a conversation where I say, yeah, okay, I feel you. But if it was somebody else, I wouldn't give a shit. I tried to clarify. I tried to do all I could. You still don't get it. Whatever.
I think my answer to that depends on how the conversation is going or what the conversation is. If it's an argument, you know what I'm saying, and then we get to the point and I check out, I don't really care. And that's like with me personally. Like if we argue, all right, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I don't care what you asking me. I don't care what you want to say no more. I'm done with this because at this point, like we were just like with y'all at the beginning, we just butting heads knocking. I'm tired of this. I don't want no more of it. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm done at this point. That's how I feel about that. If we just talking, this is the thing. You can ask me the question a million times, but you have to be prepared for how I'm going to answer. Because if you keep asking me the same thing, you're going to start getting asshole answers. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to happen. You know what I'm saying? If you keep asking, especially if you're asking common sense questions, it's going to be like, you got to be prepared for that, though. I mean, I know we've been brought up to say that there's no such thing as a dumb question or a stupid question. And that's a lie. There is. There are plenty of dumb questions. There are plenty of stupid questions. You know what I'm saying?
There's only dumb answers. There's no such thing as a stupid question. There's only dumb answers.
That was a stupid statement.
Because dumb answers give misinformation.
This is true, Ty. My sense might not be their sense, but you have to know your audience, as you said earlier. And so now, if you're going to keep asking the same thing to a person, you know, it's different if there's different questions and you're trying to get clarity on something. But when those questions are the same thing, or when it's like you're beating the wall, because sometimes those questions are not even to gain clarity. Those questions are just to try to get you to change your viewpoint so you can do the things that they're looking for you to do.
True.
That's not true. It's not true. That you weren't being clear. Like I say, sometimes it depends on how the questions are coming. Because sometimes you can tell the person is not listening.
Most of
to
the
your
time
answers.
it's true.
I
You
think
can tell the person is not listening to your answers because it's not the answer that they wanted to hear. So they're trying to manipulate
That's why
they're
people
trying to
butt
manipulate
heads.
the conversation to
yeah,
get to
it's
another
based
answer.
off the conversation. You can
And
tell.
that's what I said. It's all based off conversation.
Yeah, you can tell when it's like earlier. Like I said, our prime example was me and Nicole earlier. Like you can tell when it's just I'm only listening to retort. You know what I'm saying? I'm only listening to respond. I'm not trying to hear what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? It's fuck what you talk about. Listen to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You ain't-
because Jay was doing it all night. I'm so glad you calmed down. And you more reasonable right now.
Look, it's going back up. Shaka, I'm at back to 5. Then I'm
I want to send another shout out to Ty. She found another time to use the word dichotomy.
I knew it was coming. I'm like, second time. Mel finna say
Second
something.
time.
Oh, wait a minute. See, here we go with this.
Here we go with this man shit. She said, I
This
think
ain't-
most men assume that's the case. I think they're not hearing an answer that is clear to them. What?
I agree.
What? Most men assume what? That you're trying to be manipulative in that so that we're not hearing the answer, but we getting asked the question. We giving the answer. So what answer are we hearing?
No, you're not trying to understand it. You're trying to be manipulative. You're trying to change what I'm trying to think. You're not really accepting the answer when a lot of times it is because, like I just explained
I
to
don't
Jay.
understand that. How can we not accepting the answer that we're giving?
No, you think
giving
we're
the
not.
answer.
No, you're saying we're not. So the same thing I just said to Jay when I was talking about when I said I really want to be under.
I feel like she just asked to show her toes.
When I said I like to
The Ray J video.
when I'm trying to be understood, you know, when I'm trying to be understood, I might say the same thing over and over, or ask the same questions, or maybe think of a different way to ask it because the communication, or you know, the lines are crossed somewhere and somebody ain't understanding something, or somebody's refusing to understand something, or we just not getting it.
Can I take a moment to since we giving out shout outs for using words correctly, I want to give a shout out to the three of us because all of us have said asked instead of asked. So come on, give us a round of applause.
We said what?
we said we pronounced ask correctly.
Oh,
you know that's a
Kim,
tough
we here
word.
every Wednesday. Kim, we here every Wednesday. We start at 7:35 every Wednesday. This is our New Year schedule for the year 2022. Last year we were Fridays, but we're every Wednesday. And you can go back on the page, Kim, and see all the old episodes. It's on Facebook and it's also on YouTube.
I don't think any of them were as fiery as this.
No,
we got some fire.
You got that one. The top one is still there. That's why you ain't gonna have nobody.
He let me have it then.
Well, that's still number one in my heart. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Boy,
why
you
you're single, and you ain't gonna never get a man.
You ain't gonna never get married. It was good because of you, Ty. You improved our vocabulary. You know,
I do see the
that's my
value
little
add.
sister.
I do see the value add, but we ain't gonna now. Thank you, sis.
We're brother and
This
sister.
was all us.
Did she know that?
Nah, I don't think
You
she
know it
knows.
now.
Oh. I don't think we look alike, but okay.
I don't either.
She's saying
I
you
think-
pretty. You look a
Okay.
little girly. Or you trying to say I look like
You
me?
know, I've been using my
She
beard all
said
the
he
time.
pretty, or she said you handsome.
Right.
Right. She might be saying you handsome because all this hair on my face. She might be saying you might need to shave, you know. All right. So
No, but
we don't look alike, Shaka.
Thank you, Shaka.
Or like the baby brother, or
I don't think none of us look alike.
shit.
You and the baby brother kind of look alike.
Y'all look alike. I've been noticing that shit every week. Y'all ass look just alike.
He getting prettier and prettier, huh?
All right, so I'm getting prettier and prettier. I like that because I've been working out.
She talking about baby brother. She ain't talking about you.
Oh.
Nobody ever pays me in gum.
Right.
Thank you, Shaka. Nope. Thank you. Nope.
She don't know.
Because I think Linnell look more like the Bradleys. I look more like my daddy.
No.
Now look more like Larry and like my mama. When you see pictures like a baby
Girl,
picture of my
please,
mama,
you look like
That's
my
like
mama.
your mama.
who look like my mama?
You.
You?
No, I don't. We used to stand in the
Okay.
mirror next
We
to
gon-
each other and be like, I don't see it.
I know, Ty. They got me like chopped live on here.
This nigga.
Lavelle handsome. He handsome. I hear it enough. Ooh, your brother. I be like,
Yeah,
You be like, which one?
You be like, damn, Miss Claudine, get out of here. That was a thing for a long time, bro. Every time we went outside.
thank you, Kimberly.
I just why she throw it at me like I said she wasn't pretty.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? I think she hot.
Ooh.
Yeah. See?
Speaking of hot, did y'all see? I think we talked about it. Y'all probably saw it. Chance the Rapper singing "Hot in Here" in country.
I did.
Nah, I ain't see that.
You
Dude,
ain't
it's
see
fire.
it?
You should see it, cuz it's fire.
Well, why y'all ain't sending it to the group?
I thought y'all had seen it. That's why I ain't said. I didn't watch that thing like 100 times.
Send it to the group. I'll check it out.
He on the Jimmy Fallon got this little game show he do now. You know the wheel
Called
thing.
That's My Jam. That's the name of the show.
Yeah.
Send
I
it
mean, Chance got out on it.
send it to the group. I gotta check it out.
All right, for sure. All right,
All
Kim,
right,
thank you for coming. Ty, we appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all, everybody. Please, we here every Wednesday, 7:35. We supposed to be to 8, but we keep pushing it to 9. So we'll have to take this offline and discuss what we want to do about our time. But
We just gonna say 7:39.
we appreciate y'all coming and spending y'all Wednesday evenings with us. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Please share this. Every show we always say tell a friend, tell a friend, and tell a friend. You can tell a friend just by sending them the actual show, sharing it with them, telling them when to tune in. Somebody you think might have a good insight on some of the things that we may speak on. Please don't forget to share it.
If you on Instagram, we need you to go to Instagram, like the Instagram page. We need you to go to YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube page, hit the notification bell. Of course, on Facebook, we want you to follow. We are going to, like a couple weeks ago, we talked about doing a private group for the podcast. We are going to do that just so we can kind of keep in touch with each other and talk when we're not around here. Try to help everybody out with some of the things that we're doing off in the background and some of the things that y'all doing. So we're gonna do those things. But we do need y'all on the other platforms we got to go to those platforms, like especially YouTube and Instagram. We were having a conversation of trying to migrate most of everything over to YouTube because we have less issues over there. There are not days where like the stream is not working. Over there is pretty good, and sometimes on Facebook we have an issue with some of the streams sometimes. So we would like to kind of get to YouTube if you guys are more on the YouTube. Mm-hmm. Shaka asked where her reviews are. I don't know.
Shaka, I'm suffering from post-COVID brain fog, but soon as we over.
Me too.
Tonight.
Before we get out of here, I want to say I like that picture with it. Did you put that crown on there? Is that actually on there?
Yeah, Michael bought me that.
The crown?
Yeah.
No, not that picture over there. The picture that your brother drew.
Yeah.
There you go.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael bought me that crown.
Oh, the picture that your brother painted. I'm sorry, I said drew. I don't want to offend nobody.
Yeah, that's me on that picture.
I got you.
Okay, I'm lying because my booty bigger than that. Okay, I'm lying again. But,
So while we get out of here, real quick, If y'all already don't know, Shaka Don is the proprietor of After Effects All Natural Skincare. The reviews she's asking for are for the products that she sells. Go to her website, check out the products, get something from her. It's all natural. She makes everything. The products really work. They're body butters, face scrubs, bath bombs, lip balm. I think it's just about anything you can use to take care of your body. Soaps
I
and
use the
soaps made out
facial.
of
Do
goat milk.
y'all see this? I don't have no makeup on, and I use her soap on my face.
I was gonna tell you your skin was clear, but I don't care.
Also, like I said
Don't
earlier,
need no
like we said earlier,
hateration.
Ty Guy, she's a
Holla,
realtor. Y'all
holla.
want to go check her out. I don't know if she has a page for her realty for her real estate, or if she just is on her personal page. I don't know how she actually promotes it. I just know she is a real estate broker with that. And then one of my other favorite people on here, Duran. I don't know if she stayed for the show too long today, but she's one of the authors on here. She's self-published also. Her books are on Amazon. And it's under the author, Duran the author, is that it?
Marcia.
Durancier the author.
Ty Guyton. RONCIA.
Right. So with that, we'll try to stop putting that stuff in some of the private group when we get that all squared away. But other than that, like we said before, please like the pages, share the pages, subscribe to the pages if you haven't done so already. What you waiting for? Nicole, anything you need to tell?
You did it. What you waiting for?
All right. Well,
I'm gonna put some pressure on Nicole right now when I say this. So thank y'all.
I knew it was coming.
I want y'all to tune in maybe like 5 minutes early next week because we're gonna have a new intro.
Oh.
We just waiting on the video. So me saying this,
Yeah.
like, put pressure on her to make sure that it's ready for next Wednesday. So
Right.
tune in a little earlier, maybe be on about 7:30ish, so you can catch the new intro.
It's gonna be done. Look at that.
All right. Appreciate all y'all. Until next week. We out.
Love y'all.